When do you feel ready to compete in a bodybuilding show? Do you ever feel ready to compete in a bodybuilding show? I've been asked this a few times since I've competed. And mind you, I never had a coach, so it was all just internally asking myself these questions. Number one, you need to feel confident that you have a lot of muscle. Be honest with yourself. Go watch some shows that you want to compete in. Compare yourself to the other competitors. How does my muscle stack up against them? That's number one, pretty much the most straightforward one. Number two, and I think probably the biggest one, I knew that I had my body figured out down to a science. I had been counting macros for so long, I knew that I could manipulate my body to get to a freaky level of lean. I knew exactly what it would take, exactly how my body would react to different variables that I would tweak during prep to get myself ready. If you aren't confident in that step, you should hold off on competing and really lock that process down first. Still go to the gym and get bigger, still work on your posing, but figure out your body. You need to know that like the back of your hand. Not to mention, it's a really comforting feeling knowing that I can put weight on and I can instantly just bring my body back down to whatever leanness I want it to be. Just gotta tweak the macros and stay dedicated and disciplined on that diet. Only the OG followers are gonna remember this, but about a year ago is when I started a reverse diet. And that's when I really started to take it to that next level of figuring out my body and being able to get to that freaky level of lean. It was actually, I think, one of my first posts, if not my first. And please don't go looking at my first posts. They are quite embarrassing. But my progress was stalled, and reverse dieting helped me eat more, fueling my workouts, and lose more weight because my maintenance became higher. So then I could cut easier at a higher amount of calories. Number three, I started my prep when I was already pretty lean. I had abs. I was about 20 to 25 pounds off from my stage weight. So what this did is it let me not rush my prep. I lost weight slowly. I didn't lose too much muscle because it wasn't an aggressive cut that I was in. I only got down to 2,600 calories on my prep, not including the depletion phase during peak week. That sucked. I was at like 2,200. I felt like a zombie, but it's part of the process. But you don't want to rush the prep. It allowed me to not panic when I saw the scale not reacting how I wanted to. It let me wait out those times where it stalled. Believe me, there will be times I stayed the same weight for a couple weeks, even 3 weeks at a time. But eventually I broke that wall, the scale started to drop again, and I didn't have to slash my calories. Important. Number four, I spent countless hours posing. I mean it, countless hours. And if you compare my posing on show day compared to the first day that I started posing during prep, it is night and day. Spend that extreme amount of time posing. It is so wildly important. It needs to feel like second nature to you when you're on that stage. Especially because the first time I walked out there, I'm pretty sure I blacked out. I walked out onto the stage and then next thing I know, I was walking back in. I was on autopilot, but I did it so many times, it just came naturally. And remember, I did this without a coach. I didn't have someone tweaking my posing. I just spent an absurd amount of time in there. And don't hear what I'm not saying. I still have a lot of room to improve on my posing. But I got to a point where I felt ready. So if you're considering getting into bodybuilding, make sure you do those things. I was super nervous signing up for this. And I can tell you, the closer I got to the show, the less nervous that I got because the more prepared I was. Anxiety leaves when you're prepared. So make sure you consider all those things, especially muscle and especially diet. Those are the two biggest ones. You have to be honest with yourself. And remember to have fun with it, man. Remember, you're signing up for this because you want to do it. Don't succumb to the negative way of thinking of, oh, this is going to be a terrible, grueling process. The only time I truly felt misery was during peak week. Other than that, it was just discipline. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Remember to drop a follow. I'm always dropping health and fitness tips along with a lot of bodybuilding content.